Hey, long days at work, I grab my shirt, my bag. We sent out the front line. Frustrations in my head just play so wet, but it's no one's fault but mine. Long drive home, here we go. I play Scramble pod through the radio. Cold bears with the boys, hello. Those links are my only home. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 44 of America's favorite Braintree, Massachusetts produced golf podcast, the Scramble podcast, presented by
Are we actually live?
Oh yeah. This is real. This is real episode right now.
I didn't get a cue or anything here.
That's okay.
Did you not see the high five?
Yeah, we did the high five. Justin just hit start and peace the fuck out. So here we are. It's episode 44, Tim. It's golf's sixth major.
Big
The
week.
John Deere.
The John Deere.
Big fucking week.
It's and I know it's a big week because the field reflects that.
This poor tournament got fucked.
It got so boned. I do feel bad. But welcome back, folks. We hope you enjoyed episode 43, which dare Tim say our best yet.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. We'll have some clips going out on socials from that, which we'll be putting all over the internet, which will definitely get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. So I'm sure you'll see those once we produce them. Next week is the 4th of July. And unless you support communism or just hate freedom, independence, things like that, we will not be doing an episode. So we will be enjoying that day that the Founding Fathers, how they would have wanted us to.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's relevant to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to be in Mexico in the beginning stages of my honeymoon.
Yeah.
Is that anti-American to not be in America for the 4th of July?
Although Mexican independence is sort of a sweet story as well. So I mean, you could get behind that.
Yeah, but that was last month. Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that was
I'm just looking.
Is Steve a bad American for leaving the country on the 4th?
Yeah.
Some would say yes.
Yeah. Look, we'll let the listeners decide.
I blame the wedding that I have to attend. I don't actually start my honeymoon until July 5th, technically.
Okay.
Even though I'm gonna be in Mexico.
Oh, so this selfish son of a bitch made their wedding on the 4th, or the weekend of.
The weekend of the 4th.
Why would you do that to people? That's like making your wedding on Memorial Day or Labor Day. Hey, don't do that.
I did look into Labor Day when I was getting married, and then I was just like,
that's everybody's weekend.
Yeah.
That's everybody's weekend ever in America to be like, hey, I got the long weekend. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Why are you going to make me go to an event?
I have 3 Labor Day weekend weddings.
Oh my God.
Over the course of the next 3 years, or like
this Labor Day?
In this Labor Day.
Do you have like a teleportation device?
Yeah, how are you doing this?
I don't. So one of them I
She's
just
like
can't
fucking
go to.
Hermione Granger with like the time turner. He's going to just keep going back.
Yeah.
No, one of them I can't go to. The other 2, I'm in both of these.
Okay.
So Saturday, I'm in the wedding. I got to wake up at 7 in the morning down the Cape and then go to the North Shore.
Wait, is one of them Cam's or is Cam's the following?
No, Cam's is Labor Day.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm going to that. That's Saturday.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll be at that. So then you got to scoot and go to the North Shore.
Yes.
Oh, boy. That'll be a
Hit
fun
me up,
drive.
Stevie North Shore.
Yeah.
If you need something, if you need like an IV, my wife is she's a nurse, so I got your back, buddy.
I actually have a nurse and an IV lined up already.
That's pretty good. Look at you.
Love it.
All right, guys. Congratulations to the Colorado Avalanche. What a fucking team, man. Homegrown.
Cale Makar's a G.
Cale Makar's go UMass, baby. They didn't go get any big names. The front office, Joe Sakic, hats off to you. Well done. And honestly, I know I said it in my U.S. Open rant, but fuck, man, when they give the cup to the captain, if you don't get chills right there, go stub your toe. Go stub your toe on the coffee table. That's what you deserve.
That's a team that's enjoyable to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of adopt Tampa as a second team. That's where I met my wife. Yeah. Like, I do have a connection to Tampa, but they're starting to get very annoying over the last couple of years.
I'm sick of fucking Nikita Kucherov winning shit.
I don't think I can get sick of at least for the foreseeable future. I can't get sick of this Avs team. They're a fun team.
Yeah. And because they did it, they grew that
the right
team.
Way.
Yes.
It's
not fucking...
And that's why I like this. I hate basketball, but I like the Celtics because they did it the right way.
There you go.
I mean, the Warriors technically did too. They had with that stint with Durant, but
No, you're absolutely right, Tim. You can't knock how the Warriors did it.
Steven Stamkos still on the list.
Oh, yeah, he's the captain.
The best NHL. Oh, which NHL was it?
NHL 10 or NHL 12. One of those.
Probably 12.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Nasty.
I have a story about Stamkos. Do I air his shit out, or do I just keep that one in the holster?
Do you have a bad story about that guy? I heard he's like an awesome dude.
No, he's cool.
Oh.
He's cool as hell.
Oh.
I was at a bar.
Yeah.
Pulls up in a Lamborghini. Doors go up. Psst, walks into the bar. Orders a round of shots. Takes 2 girls. Goes right back to the Lamborghini before the door just even had a chance to close. Goes home with them.
Fucking beast.
I saw the whole thing happen to me in the course of literally 6 minutes. I watched the whole thing happen because my buddy goes, "There's Stamkos is coming in." I was like,
"Oh, sweet." Yeah.
What fucking planet are we living
and
on?
I bet those 2 had boyfriends.
More
that's
likely,
just how this works.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sad.
Steve and I played 36 holes on Friday.
We did the Pine Hills 36.
Pine
for
Hills
my birthday.
36. Immediate reaction: it's a lot of golf.
I could have played more.
I was exhausted.
I wanted to do another 2 hours on the range after that. I didn't, but I wanted to.
Dude, I went home and I took a shower and I made a stupid mistake. I laid down on the couch for a second.
You died.
I died. My legs were just like, nope, this is where we're gonna stay for the rest of the night. Mm-hmm. I did eventually have to leave and go see my buddy, whatever. But I don't understand how, like, we had carts, right? There are psychopaths that walk 36.
I want to do someday the Bandon Dune Solstice.
Yeah, that beginning. That
it's 72 holes. It's like 4:30 a.m. to like 8:30 p.m. That's Bandon Dunes.
It's just so much.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it. I mean, that's.
Tim, you ever played 36 in a day?
I have, and the second 36. So I played 18 on a Saturday and got lunch, got drinks, whatever. And somebody was like, "Hey, somebody just bailed on my tee time. You want to go play?" Sure. And it was my best round of the summer.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I had my best back nine, I think.
Like 2 years ago.
All right.
I shot 42 on the back at Jones at Pine Hills, which I think, adjusted.
It's like a 74 slope, isn't it?
Yeah. It's something like that. It's like
It's
131 slope. I think it's like a 70 something.
74 rating, yeah.
Rating, yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's a hard course, and I shot 42. So I mean, I'm not going to tell you the rest of the scores.
Oh yeah, I don't want
to. An atrocity. I will say, Andy Scrambles here.
Yeah, holy
that's
shit.
his new nickname is Andy
Buddy.
Scrambles, because this kid was getting up and down from every which direction.
I don't understand, and Tim has known me long enough now to know that is for sure not my strong suit.
Opposite. He's just like finds every fairway.
Okay.
That's how I knew Andy.
That
guy might be dead because I couldn't find a fairway.
No, you found. You got him.
Here's the thing. Yeah, strokes gained approach was negative. Okay, because I was off of every green. I was either in the bunker or I was off like the back, front, everything to the right. Obviously, because that's.
Well, you have a swing change going on.
I know. I'm going
you
through.
Give yourself like some time to adjust to that.
It feels very weird. But I don't know what happened. I was spinning these shots out of bunkers and like on a dime. I was tapping in.
You were Tiger Woods 05, just hitting the bumper and you're just like spinning it back.
I don't know what it is. Something's clicking about me being in a bunker and being in a rough where I can like confidently take that 56 and just spin it. And I've never had that before, so good sign. Maybe it's because I wasn't. Tim, maybe to your point there, I'm thinking about my full swing a lot. I'm not thinking about chipping.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's very mental. Golf's about up here.
And if that's the metric, then I absolutely failed this past Friday.
But it was fun. And then we got to talk about something, too. There's another podcast here at Hedge Better Technologies called The High Slot. It's a hockey podcast. If you're a hockey fan, for sure go listen. They do shows all the time. Obviously, now it's going to be a little lull since the Stanley Cup is over. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure they'll pick it back up. They issued a... and I'll put it like this because I think it's funny. It definitely wasn't really cringy at all. The way that they formally asked us to play. They were like, "Hey, Scramble podcast." I don't know who was saying it. I couldn't see who was saying it. And they were like, where we issue the call out. It's an official call out. I'm like, you could just like text us and like we could like make a cool post about it or something. But I guess
we got to, in their defense, we got to drive clicks, got to drive views, baby.
Yeah, I guess that's
show business.
Yeah, the stuff they wanted to type up, and our response is, yeah, sure, yeah, that's fine.
Time and place.
I don't know how competitive this is going to be. Is our fourth Cam?
I don't know. I don't know who, because they have 4 guys. We have 3. So
They all golf?
Yeah. I think they have Justin's like a 10 to an 11 or supposedly, and then the rest of them, they're all hockey guys. So like they can still they can move the ball around. Yeah. But I think they're like 16, 17, 18 range.
Okay.
So it won't
Now,
be like.
Is this going to be a 4-on-4 scramble? Are we doing 2s up best ball?
We're gonna have, because if there's
we gotta
4 of
figure out
them,
the logistics.
we're gonna. Yeah, I'd imagine that Cam would be our last one, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, it'll have to be like 2 teams of 2 best ball, and then like take the net at the end. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Like, unless they want to do a scramble, like straight up, like
an authentic 4-on-4.
Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
The top 2 versus the next 2 versus next 2.
Yeah, you could do that.
We'll make it interesting.
Yeah. We'll see what's up. Should be a fun time. But high slot guys, sounds good, man. Also, we're like out of town and doing things for like the next month, so it's gonna have to be later in the summer.
Yeah, hit me up in not July, August.
Yeah, August.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, what's up for this week?
Flying Dutchman.
Yeah,
I always miss my cue.
that's okay.
All right, yeah. So we had another great tournament on the PGA Tour, the Travelers, at TPC River Highlands, and then Xander finally won a regular tournament for the first time in like 3 years.
Just as the news that he might be leaving.
Ooh.
Sucks you right back in, Tim.
Don't believe it.
Yep.
And then obviously we had more names dip to LIV, and they have an event this week at Pumpkin Ridge in Portland, and then preview TPC Deere Run and what used to be a glorious tournament that has turned to the Barracuda or the
Fortinet.
Corrales. I don't know.
Yeah, the Ford net. Oh,
Actually,
God.
Corrales. Great course.
Oh, man. What a fall from grace. But anyways, let's do this week's Surf and Turf Golf Course to Coast recap. Head to surfandturfgolf.com. Get some gear. Use promo code THESCRAMBLE20. 20% off your order. You're welcome. Also, this weekend, working in the mean streets of South Boston again. Couple surf and turf hats. I don't know if it's from us. What's going on? Because I know like the Boston area is where the majority of our listenership is. Could be. But I've seen now 2 more hats. Those like flowery ones that like Justin and I have. Like I saw the white one and I saw another black one last weekend.
Well, those might be mine. Mine was stolen.
Oh, so yeah. So actually, the guy that mugged him stole those hats.
Is that also the time that your car went like disappeared for like 48 hours?
Did you ever find that car?
No. Yeah, I did. Somebody moved it and didn't tell me. We don't have to get into that.
All right. Well,
Boston parking too is, especially during these months where there's street cleaning. Like, I'll move my car and not go out there for 2 days, and then it's like, okay, where the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, that's a real fear.
And one time I did it and it got towed, but hopefully that was not the case.
No, you're right. And Boston City parking, you guys freaking stink. They take at me all the time. Anyways, I think that LIV Golf might have a PGA Tour problem because this is now 4 weeks straight of just real good tournaments and finishes. So I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah. Well, yes, but then you get to a week like
This week.
The field for LIV is a billion times more attractive than the field for the John Deere.
I know.
So I don't know.
And you know what's going to be funny if the LIV Golf event sucks. Like
they'll lose everybody.
Imagine winning scores like 2
Dude,
under.
even so, I mean, look at what happened in Centurion. It wasn't a good product. I'm sorry. But I mean, sorry, we talked about it. The production is good. The golf was not. If they have another bad golf week in like say the John Deere's like good at what? Like I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's the thing. Sorry, Tim.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm rooting for absolute fucking chaos this week in both tours.
Yeah.
Because it can only be good, right? Hey, for LIV, it's like, okay, they actually have legitimately brought on more talent. And as I'm not going to, again, proselytize on the money and all that sort of stuff. We've done that ad nauseum, but it's like, at this point, again, I'm rooting for competition to elevate, rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah.
So I want chaos on LIV and I want absolute fuckery this weekend at the JDC. That's my initial thoughts, but Tim, back to you, sir.
I think part of the, Adam Hadwin's a favorite to win this tournament.
Dude, do you think
Adam Hadwin ever been a favorite to win a tournament?
Do you think, I haven't looked it up, but do you think this is the lowest official world golf ranking favorite ever?
Maybe. I mean, you'll get guys that like the Barracuda, but usually there's a couple ringers that will play, right?
Yeah, like the 20th or 30th. I bet like Abe Answer was a guy that would tee it up at the Barracuda, and he was like, 22nd in the world maybe at that time, 25th, something like that.
Yeah.
So Hadwin, I think, what is he, 52? I don't even...
He's up there.
And for LIV, if you're a golf fan, this week I actually think I'll tune more into LIV than I will into the John Deere.
Agreed.
You have this weekend to produce a good product.
They have
for
to
golf
deliver.
fans that normally would be watching PGA Tour events, right? So if this tournament sucks, you're fucked.
Adam Hadwin, 80th in the world.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up. I was
For a
thinking of...
tournament that used to host big name. That's crazy.
The lowest Canadian's Corey Connors at 29. I think that's more where my head was. And then Mackenzie Hughes is 67th. And then Hadwin's 80th. Dude, 80th in the world is your favorite to win.
Wow.
I mean, there are also guys in the field that are lower official. There's a few guys that are official world golf ranking better than him. But that's crazy.
Yeah, this is just nuts.
So, Xander Schauffele, he wins a non-reduced field/team event for the 6th win on tour, outlasting efforts from Sahith Theegala and company to take down Travelers Championship by 1 at 19 under. And I'll say this, credit to us saying it would go very low.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, predictable. Just like it's going to do it again this week. That's just a little heads up on that, but yeah.
He's been decently consistent all year, Tim. I wouldn't say he's had his best stuff this season. But this week was a very good. He need all 4 rounds in the 60s. He needed it.
Yeah, and there's tiers to these tournaments, right? You have the majors,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the step below the majors, and that's the Travelers, the Memorial, tournaments like that.
Genesis,
so this is a big tournament.
Yeah, I agree. He was battling in the final group with best friend and road roommate Patrick Cantley, who absolutely shit his drawers on Sunday. Thanks, buddy. He defended a 54-hole lead, though, for the first time in his career. And I don't have much else to say other than he was really good, dominated tee to green, and proximity to the hole was very good for him. So he wasn't struggling for pars here, which is good. And the Pat McDonald at CBS Sports writes, oftentimes the bridesmaid and never the bride. Xander Schauffele keeps keeps us steady for the week. Perhaps to jumpstart him into a good little Open in 2 weeks and some playoff events.
Interesting.
We will see. Another guy we'll talk about 2 more guys here. Another one, Sahith Theegala. Solo lead on 17, dude, with a stones birdie putt. Did you guys watch this?
No.
Yep.
Unreal. I fist pumped the shit out of. I was at work. I was like, look at that. Goes up 1. He did miss a few easy birdies. They were kind of recapping his round. He had some 4 or 5 footers that he lipped out on, didn't come close on.
Did we not say this was ultimately going to turn into a putting contest, though?
I know.
So fucked himself.
And this might be a hot take, but I think that the rookie of the year is not yet decided. I know it seemed like Davis Riley or Cam Young, but I think he's right in it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Theegala, he's kind of exploded on. I don't want to say
since the
exploded
waste
on
management,
team, but he's been a name that's been fairly regular.
Dude, he has 6 top 10s.
Yeah.
Or 7 top 10s now.
10s or 20s?
Top 10s.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, since the waste management. That was his first one. Yeah.
So his name has been flying around the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
And he seems like they always do a good job of pumping him up on social media. You get a lot of clips from the PGA Tour.
I mean, the guy's so wholesome. How can you not like him?
He seems just cool. I mean, he's with those statistics, which I was previously unaware of, I would say absolutely he's in the running.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's Kpmg. He was like dominant for a
But
stretch.
last 2 tournaments for Kpmg, he has put up bad weekends / not made the cut.
Yeah, but that's just recency bias.
Yeah.
Like Sahith has definitely had that at some point this year, right?
Yeah, he has. I'm also going to start calling him Thiegsy. But I don't know if you guys watched this part. Those of you at home, it's been all over the golf scene. But he hits into the fairway bunker, short left of the green there on 18. And he legitimately stood over the ball for, I can't even make this up, it might have been like 12 minutes. Like he didn't know what to do. He was back to the bag, back in the bunker. There was a clip of him just leaning on his club, like in the bunker, talking to the caddy, being like, I just straight up don't know what to hit right here. Because he knew he was up 1, and he saw that Xander was waiting on the tee. So he's like, I can't fuck this up. And it looks like, have you guys seen the video of him swinging this?
Yeah, meathead.
I think, I've watched it a lot now, I think he missed the ball. I think he straight up hit sand only and didn't get ball.
It was
haven't
tough
seen
to
that.
watch. That I
mean,
did see, and that was just an atrocity of sand game.
Yeah.
That was the worst. His caddy should have refused to give him that club.
So he was worried about hitting the lip. Yeah, I get it. You're close. But to me, it's like, hit that little wedge up to like close to the front of the green and give yourself a chip
putt.
look for a chip look for 3.
Yeah.
What he was trying to do was get one on the deck to putt for 3.
Okay, Matty Fitz.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
dude, but I swear to God, he swings the ball and he hits way too far under it, trying to elevate it, and just like whiffs, and ball lifted like 4 inches and sat right back down.
if there's anything that I learned at Pine Hills this past weekend, when you are in a fairway bunker up against the lip, you have one job: get it out of the fucking bunker. That's it.
Yeah,
that is it. So
I know.
Don't be a hero, especially.
Yeah, I think that was a hero shot.
Yeah, don't be a hero, unless you know that you can be the hero. If you're Tiger Woods and you can hit a 2-iron out of a fairway bunker onto a green, like from like 200 and some odd yards,
then yeah,
you can pull that shot off. Was that the Canadian Open? I believe it was back in the day. Yeah. If you're Tiger, you can do that. If you're Matty Fitz, you can do that. If you're Thiegsy, you got some things to prove first.
True. He says, I did so much good. I didn't really even have to scramble much today. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be doing differently. Just going to keep sticking to my process and loving every moment of it. So you know what?
Good guy.
Fucking right, Steegsy. But we got a local guy here we got to talk about. Michael Thorbjordson. Nearly gives us the biggest golf story of the century if he won this thing. That's absolutely fucked. He legit took the lead by 1 on the par 3 11th. And that hole in the previous 4, he had played at 5 under. So he was just rolling. Then he backtracked. He had went bogey, then double, back down to 15. Honestly, just an unbelievable performance out of the local kid for us. I'm going to try with all of my might to track him down for a little bit of a pod thing. Because he knows like one of my cousins, because they're like the same age, they grew up together playing golf. So I'm going to hopefully spin that into maybe a little, hey, can you give me 10, 15 minutes?
Would be nice.
Which would be cool. I mean, I definitely am like, I'm hopeful. We'll see. But he said he's used to going on the PGA app on his phone to look at the leaderboard, and then he was shocked to see his own name there for the first time. Love that. And then we'll wrap up the Travelers. I don't know if you guys have any other comments, but Cantley absolutely peed his shorts. And Tim, that par 3 shot into the water was laughable.
That's a 15 handicap shot.
That's that's me doing that.
I am a 15 handicap. That's something that I do.
He hit a 9-iron about 110 yards right there, or 105 yards or something, right into the water. Not even close. I know. I was like behind. I think the TV I was watching. So you were watching. You're like, did anyone see that shot?
Yeah, that was really bad.
But that was just to cap off what was already like he hit one tee shot that hit a car path and bounced into Kingdom Come. Just not even close. Didn't have it. Honestly, it looked so good too. he caught Xander on Saturday, and I knew Xander's history of not being able to grab 54-hole leads into wins. So I said, here comes Patty Ice. Steady Eddie.
Seemed like it.
It seemed like it. And then he played his first 5 holes at like 3 all around. I was like, here we go. This is dead. But yeah, that'll do it for the Travelers, guys.
Last thought.
Oh, go ahead.
Last thought. Kevin Kisner.
Oh,
Why do you do this to me?
Why
does Kevin Kisner choose to top 10 and go off when I wanted to? Everything within my power last week wanted to go all in on Kisner. It's a short course. It's not particularly difficult. It's going to be a birdie fest. It's going to be a putting contest. It is a Kevin Kisner course.
Didn't we say, though, he doesn't win like the runaways, though?
Exactly, yeah. So I eventually was just like, you know what? I've been on Kis already 4 or 5 times this season.
Yep.
I love him, so I have an affinity for him. I was like, you know what, Steve? Don't let a blind allegiance to one of your favorite golfers off the course and on the course. I mean, I love his game too, but like don't let your blind allegiance just like waste your money and waste units, right?
Yep.
Let's be smart and methodical about this.
Agreed.
And Kevin, what are you doing? Why are you going out and shooting? What do you shoot? 14 under, 13 under, and you just come in like what, top 10? Why are you doing this to me? Why can you not do this to me when I pick you for like the fucking important things?
Yeah.
When I need those units, and you're just good for him for the top 10, but Kevin, come on.
I know. All right, we'll get into how we did in jackets. Unless, Tim, you have any other Travelers thoughts?
I'm good.
All right. So, terrible week out of me. Forgettable, in fact. Down 7. I was just, like, counting that Cantley would win on Saturday night. So, I'm like, oh, that would have been... Oh, my God, a dog. Look, Steve.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's a cutie boy.
It's a puppy. Anyways, you guys can't see that because you're looking at us, but there's a dog over here. And then, yeah, that's on me. I put the cart in front of the horse. Can't do that. Moving on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was, 4 units down? I don't know, man. It's just everything that seems like it's going to fall into place, especially after the first 2 rounds. I always get to the Saturday round, and I'm like, I'm going to make a ton of money this week. And then all of a sudden Saturday and Sunday happens, and I'm just left with my dick in my hand, and it's just I'll figure it out. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll get it figured out.
I agree. I mean, this is my worst week of the season.
I mean, this is also a tough time because guys are taking time off. You got some midseason injuries. You got some distractions. Obviously, there's LIV. We have the Open in a couple of weeks, so some guys are just like not even interested in even. They're already out in London.
Agreed.
So tough week. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I lost a little over a unit. It was actually it was very close to a positive week. Adam Long double bogeyed the 17th on Sunday, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
Yeah. Hey, can't complain.
Must be nice.
A nice little stretch for me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get into this week in golf. We got some hot things to speak about before TPC Deere Run. And Tim can probably shine a little more light on this than I can. Lexi Thompson absolutely melts down and loses the Kpmg Women's PGA Championship. All I had on this was what I took in on social media and what I was reading, my articles when I do my homework here today. But she shot 75-75 on the weekend and lost by 2. And it wasn't pretty?
No, it wasn't. It was she on the 16th hole, she was greenside bunker in 2.
Okay.
And bogeyed that. And then the next hole, she missed. We're talking like multiple 4-footers.
Ooh.
So they get to the last hole, and she hits an errant drive, and she's in the rough, and then sticks one, and then she couldn't hit the birdie putt to extend it. But I mean, these putts were like. The announcers are gasping for it.
Oh no!
It was really just
that's quicksand.
She was in quicksand. Is the second time she's done that apparently. Full transparency. First time I've ever watched women's golf. I will watch it again.
Dude, the LPGA is fucking awesome.
They're nasty.
Yeah, I know. When it's on and I can watch, I'll do it. But apparently everyone's saying the coverage was shitty though.
I don't know.
Where was it? Where were you watching that? Was it on
Golf Channel online?
But wasn't Golf Channel? I thought, but the Golf Channel had the men's U.S. Open, didn't it?
Something
No,
like that.
not at least. I don't know.
See,
There are multiple streams.
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's the thing. If you have all the live stuff, you can watch all the different ones. But I think the people with cable were the ones complaining because they couldn't find.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I guess she got hit with a slow play fine, and they got put on the clock because they had like almost a 3-hour front nine.
That sounds terrible.
That's Keegan Bradley numbers.
Hey, watch it.
That's Keegan Bradley. That's Kevin Na numbers.
Oof.
And JT went off on his Twitter, and he was like, "This is just like, how can you do this? It's the final group of a major. Like, you can't do that."
Yes,
also, it's
no.
good that they just get a fine. She doesn't get like a stroke taken off.
Yeah, because God knows how much money that would have cost her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could see the argument for both, right? It's the argument for them is you played yourself into the final group. You know, you're obviously out there balling. The stakes are extraordinarily high.
Highest purse ever.
Yep. So, if I'm going to take an extra 2 minutes to analyze a fucking shot and get the wind and the lie and everything down, come at me.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, it's everybody else. One, we got to broadcast this, and it has to be watchable. Like, you need to produce an actual watchable product so more people watch and tune in, so that way you can get more ad dollars to drive those purses up, and grow the game.
There you go.
Come on.
Yep.
And also it's also a disadvantage to the other people in front of you who are going about their round and finishing in the 4.5.
Yeah.
Even if you stretch it 5 hours.
There was
right?
at one point a full hole between them.
That's
and the group
correct. Yeah.
of
So it's like it's where do you guys fall on this? Is it hey, I earned it, and let me take my time, or rules are rules? Like, let's just fucking hit the shot. What do you guys think?
I don't know, Tim.
I'm definitely rules within reason. I mean, how fair is that to the people 2 groups ahead of them who started like a shot different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the 6 hours is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So it took about 6.
That's insane.
Like that's literally against the rules. Like, you can't take that long to hit a shot.
Imagine having to sit in that production truck for that long.
Dude, and the announcers are like, I had dinner reservation for 7:30, and I'm still on the golf course.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
I think I'm with you on that. As a supporter of Jordan Spieth, when he's in final groups and shit, he's notoriously slow, but he's not 3-hour front slow. He's like 220 to 230 slow.
But that's 220 is.
But I get it. I mean, the Sung Jae gets put on the clock all the time too. He's slow. Hideki, like when they're in final groups and shit. I just think, like you said, Tim, within reason. I'm glad it's
you need to disincentivize it if you're gonna call these. Like, Sung Jae gets put on the clock all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. What repercussions happen?
Yeah, does he get? Yeah, nothing.
Tell him to move faster sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like really, really slow, there should be
Yeah.
a penalty for that, right?
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get into some live stuff. Matt Wolfe and Carlos Ortiz are the latest to go, and they're in the field this week in Portland. Are they?
Yeah.
They are.
Makes sense for Wolfe.
Yeah. Hey, and Matt had a good week at the Travelers.
Yeah, I don't think it makes good sense at all for him.
Actually, yeah.
He's like kind of coming around. I know I was shitting on him, but like he's kind of coming around. Isn't that like another decent finish for him?
Yeah. And there's also the argument that hey, Matt, all the guys ahead of you are bailing out. Like, you have a chance to make a move again if you could find your swing.
Yeah. What do you
I
think?
think the issue for players who aren't Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, who are like very good golfers and they're going to win and they have their sponsorships and they're here for the legacy, whatever.
Yeah.
Is like the more guys that go, the less money that these live guys are going to start paying golfers who decide to defect and go to them. So it's like, if I really want this paycheck, if that's what I'm here for, you got to go now before that money starts drying up and they care less about getting you over because they already have Bryson, Brooks, and Matt.
Yes.
So
Supply and demand, baby.
from Matt's point, like, this dude won 3 times almost immediately on the PGA. He won 4 events into his PGA Tour career.
Yeah. Fourth.
He's just going through a slump that every golfer goes through, but he's just he just seems like such like a nice, like, kind of. I think
he's still a kid.
His mental is not there, and I'm pretty sure that has something to do with him taking this money.
Yeah. Do you think maybe he's worried, Tim, about I don't know. Maybe he doesn't think he'll ever get back to that. So he's like, I got to take
it while you get
Yeah.
it. And he's probably counting on the fact that eventually the PGA Tour is just going to let the LIV guys back in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that, yeah.
You think 5 years from now.
They also got world number 2 amateur and OK State Cowboy Eugenio Chacarra to turn pro and go with them. So we can sort of parlay this into Texas stud Pearson Coody. He won his first Corn Ferry Tour event here at the main Live Work and whatever Open in just his third start. But I'm worried that the tour needs to give the best amateurs and best guys out of college a faster track to the PGA Tour. Because they're going to lose. They just got, the first best amateur on the planet before last week or before Coody went to the Corn Ferry was him. And the second one is Eugenio, and he left.
Yeah, I mean.
So, like.
If you're like a top 5 college golfer, why don't you just get an exemption?
It's like top 20 even. If you're a top 20 in the country, like that's like the feeding ground for golf. Like you need, I don't know. You should obviously 20 to 10 should get immediate Corn Ferry status, and 10 to 1 should get tour.
Fuck it, like get some fresh blood.
Not an automatic status, a conditional, so you have to earn it. But I'm not worried, obviously, because I support the tour. But like, if LIV is just gonna poach these guys, then you need to fire back and say, "Oh, you're really good." No, come play with the big boys right away. You don't need to defect. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah, I think too. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like these kids are gonna want the money, or they're gonna want, they have the attitude like
I'm
JT
good,
or whatever. But like Pearson Coody, he had a sick quote. He was basically like, "Yeah, I could have been sitting on my couch with millions of dollars, but I'd be watching all my friends play this weekend, and that's a nightmare." Because to him, this is about competitiveness, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this other guy, what's his name? Eugenio?
Yeah.
World number 2 amateur, obviously nasty at golf.
Oh, yeah.
He wants the money. So it's just like, at the end of the day, the PGA Tour is not going to compete with the money, and what they need to drive is that legacy aspect of it. And in my opinion, more time off for the better golfers, not more golf and these like limited event series. But what the fuck do I know? Like,
hey, we know a lot. We have a golf podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It just means more, like the SEC football, right?
This just means more.
Yeah.
Is Notre Dame in the SEC yet?
Never will be.
Oh,
we're
okay.
independent.
Yeah,
we don't need to join a conference when you're the best program in national football history, so not a big deal.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go.
I can't
wait.
Prove me wrong.
I can't wait for our golf podcast during college football
This is
season.
like, but Steve, that's like
that is
the Packers fans saying they have the best because they won when there was like 3 teams in the league.
Yeah, that's like the
how's 2 playoff appearances.
That's the Montreal. Hold on, that's the Montreal Canadiens winning 1 million Stanley Cups when there was 6 teams.
Well, yeah, when there were 6 teams. How about? I mean, no. I'm not going down a Michigan rant. This is not the time and place.
I fucking hate Michigan.
This is not the time and place. Tune into the Four Horsemen podcast.
I'm a Michigan State guy, so I don't like Michigan either.
All right. Before we get way too divergent, can we talk about the funniest thing that happened in golf this week?
Yes.
Is Jason Kokrak. And for those of you at home, just do a quick Google or a YouTube. Jason Kokrak gets disqualified after, I'm calling it a legendary walk-off. So earlier in the day, on one of the holes, he 5-putted, okay? And that is stuff that we don't even do.
Yeah.
And so he's on edge. The announcers made it known. He's been kind of hothead all day today, and he's a big boy. Big country. Yeah. So on the 9th hole, which is his last hole today because he teed off on 10, he hits a 327-yard bomb into the left rough. And that hole, 9 isn't very long. I think it's only about, it's like just shy of 400 yards maybe, if that. And if you play it right, you have even shorter in. Dude, he had 43 yards to the flag from the rough, and the shot tracker app says he hit a shot 87 yards, quote, into unknown. Instead of going to where it last went in bounds, he puts the wedge back in the bag, takes his glove off.
Fuck this.
And walks off of the 9th green to the parking lot, gets in his car, and leaves.
Perfect.
That is just fucking hilarious.
He Irish goodbyed
Yeah.
PGA Tour tournament.
The Kokrak goodbye.
That's incredible. He literally created his own. That will now live in infamy.
Bro, he didn't turn in a scorecard or finish the hole.
And this was on Sunday.
No, Friday.
Okay.
So he knew he wasn't making the
Okay.
So he was
that makes it.
What they were saying was he was sort of close to making the cut if he could make a birdie there or whatever if things fell into place. But he knew that went OB and that he was hitting from there his fourth back onto the green that he wasn't going to make it. So his thing was, I'm just going to leave. Like, there's no point.
Yeah.
But he didn't turn in the scorecard or finish the hole, dude. You just got to suck it up and finish the hole.
I mean,
this is what Johnny the 10 handicap does at the club championship.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah,
You know, the fact that like he did this in a professional event is crazy.
and
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And the Twitter, which is never wrong, speculates that was his walk to the LIV Tour.
his name has been thrown out there.
His name was out there.
He was an early name though. I feel like why is he not there?
But is Pat Perez official to LIV?
Yeah, did that come out?
He did like a fucking press briefing with them. And
Yeah,
everything.
he's had his wife too, like posting all about it too.
Yeah, so Perez is kind of boys with Kokrak,
Yeah.
so I wonder if that's.
But see, the difference with Kokrak is he's getting old. Like he's in his 40 or late 30. Like he's getting older and he has kids now. So I remember it. He said like, yeah, if I could make that money and like never have to play again, then that'd be great. You know.
Good for him.
Anyways, that'll do it. I think it's hilarious. The Kokrak goodbye.
The crackhead. Love it. And that's going to bring us into the John Deere Classic at TPC Run. Some call it
The sixth major.
The
Although
sixth.
this week it's like the sixth stage of Q school.
You're not wrong there. But hey, you know what? We're going to have some fun gambling it regardless and watching. So TPC Deere Run in beautiful Silvis, Illinois. And it was built in the year 2000 by D.A. Weibring. Don't know who he is. Don't care. Although I did look him up. He did win a senior open. So he has a major championship on the senior tour. Who knew?
He does.
Who
All right.
knew? Anyway, 7,258 yards. It's a par 71 course, so decent length, not too long, not too short. Nice little mid-sized track here. 75.8 rating, 144 slope. The weather, really quickly, Stevie weather. Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday are all going to be your typical summer day in the American Midwest. You know, decent amount of wind here and there. It's going to be humid as a son of a bitch, and it's going to be high 80s into the 90s.
Yeah, but you know what that means? That's just humid and hot. The greens are going to be fucking catcher's
Lightning.
mitts.
Yeah, that too. True.
Right, because if it gets a little humid,
Yeah.
they're going to soften and things are going to.
Well, that's the thing is also Friday it's going to be 81 degrees, but it is going to rain.
Oh, never mind that.
Yep.
Then
So
forget
I mean,
it.
there's a lot of variables, but basically it's going to be a nice weather weekend. All you have to worry about in terms of like any sort of bad weather is just going to be Friday, but it'll probably blow over. No big deal.
Yeah.
The par 3 report. Par 3 third is 186. The 7th is 226. The 12th is 215 yards, and the 16th, that's a fun hole. I'm pretty sure it's a downhill like 70 feet or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And it's only 158, so like most guys are taking like a wedge and just sawing it off. So
Hell yeah.
they can throw some darts right at that. And you know, if it's on the 16th hole, we're heading into Sunday down the stretch.
Difference
Could
maker.
be exciting. And that's followed by the par 5 report, which I'll just start backwards and we're starting with the 17th hole right after that 16th. That's 569 yards. That's reachable for a decent amount of guys on tour. Could see some eagles on 17. After seeing some birdies on 16, it's a pretty fucking exciting finish.
I agree.
Yep. Then there's the par 5 10th. That's 596 yards. That's not as gettable. But then you have the par 5 second hole at 561 yards. So 2 out of 3 are mostly reachable. So take that into consideration for the week. The winner in 2021, Lucas Glover, the glove man. 2020, obviously no tournament. 2019 was like Dylan Fratelli. But it is worth noting.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is worth noting, though, this is a tournament historically that has helped launch some careers. Notably, 2017 winner Bryson DeChambeau I mean, his career's done now, but it did launch for a time. Another guy, two-time winner here, 2013 and 2015, Jordan Spieth? Spieth. Okay. So Jordan Spieth, obviously a two-time winner here, and that helped propel him onto the scene where he has been pretty decent ever since. A handful of majors.
Hey, and our boy, dude, don't forget 2014, our boy Brian Harmon. By the way, this week, is he in the field this week?
Yep.
Brian Harmon week.
BH.
Yep.
Okay. I might ride with you.
All right.
I mean that's pretty much the course report. That's the weather. That's Stevie Weather all in one. I'll pass it along for the Pin Golf. Andy.
Course key stats presented by our boys at Pin. Go get their new rangefinder. Use promo code Scramble. Get $25 off. All right, I'm using just keep it simple. 3 things. Strokes gained off the tee. Just in general, really simple. Approaches from 100 to 150 and birdie or better, because all of those winning scores I just looked up were close to 20.
Yeah, a lot of anywhere between. I think I saw the record was 27 on it for the tournament.
So it's another week of get hot, stay hot.
Yeah, scoring fest.
So that'll do it for me. Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I have strokes gained boring.
That's what that B stands for? I was wonder what he's going to say. Is that ball striking? Is that...
It's going to be the guys who hit fairways.
It's a Brendan Todd course.
Yeah, literally. But it's like Brendan Todd, and then they got to get hot with either the wedge or the putter. Like Fratelli lost strokes on approach when he won, but he gained 7 on the greens, and he kept it in play. So just keep it in play, and you want either a wedge guy or somebody you think is going to putt the lights out the place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got cooking.
Steve?
Yeah, pretty much just a guy that can get out into the fairway. If you're longer, that is better, and that is gonna go.
Yeah, that's why I use off the tee and not just fairways.
Of course. So I mean, but it is just gonna be who can throw darts. Very similar to last week. Who from 130 yards out can drop it to 10 feet or closer, and who can convert on the putt. Pretty simple. Don't overthink it.
Yep. All right, let's take us into some guys we like. Jacket Survivor, and we'll wrap this mother up. Some guys I'm liking this week. Spoiler, Thiegsy. He's in form. He's a grinder. His approach game and how he can sort of get hot like we saw at the Travelers, I think he'll be fine here. His wedges last week were sort of what kept him in it. The putter can be good, bad, indifferent, but we'll see. Denny McCarthy, okay? Just like you just said, Tim. How he's just so good at putting, maybe that's all it takes. He's legit the tour average off the tee and with the wedges. So I'm hey, if he just plays average and just putts the lights out, he could be right there. The only reason I'm talking about Lucas Glover is because he won here last time. It's a reduced field, so that helps him even more. Charles Howard III, CH3. He has good history here. He has some good finishes. He fits the model for, just hit a fairway, hit a wedge, and he's been known to have a birdie fest win. And then last couple here. Patrick Rogers has good history here. He's had some runner-ups. He sort of fits the model. Don't know. P-Rod was in it a few weeks ago, I recall. At one of those tournaments. It might have been the Canadian. And then, obviously, Webb and Adam Hadwin are going to be favorites, but, that's for a reason. The field isn't that good. Webb had a good week last week. If you're looking for something Tim, what was that? The life insurance play of the week?
Yep.
What was that? Webb top 20 or something was minus 200?
Top 40.
Top 40.
Top 40.
So, I mean, there's a reason. I'd say I'm not really going to overthink it. I'm really not going to bet too much. Last week losing, I didn't need 4 outrights at the fucking Travelers. You know what I mean? Just stop.
I'm trying
Andy.
to cut it back.
Stop. Mm-hmm. Okay, you guys go.
Yeah. No, Tim, I'll defer to you.
Okay. So Brian Harmon actually WD'd.
Oh, he did?
Sad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like Doug Gim this week.
Ooh.
He's a guy who's continually brought me nothing but pain.
Is this
he
the
had
week?
A T18 here last year. He didn't putt well, but his ball striking was crazy. He gained 8 strokes on approach. And he's going to be in the fairway. Satoshi Kodaira.
Yeah, dude, he popped up on my thing I ran. I didn't know how much I trusted that.
He's played well recently.
Okay.
I don't have his finishes off the top of my head, but another guy like good putter. He's basically even on approach. Webb Simpson is like, I mean, this seems like the most straightforward of bets of my lifetime. He's the best player in the field by a mile. And obviously he's had the injury, he's been out, but he played really well last week. This is exactly the kind of course that he should do well at. I don't see any course history for him here at all.
Has he never played this event?
I don't know if I'm off, but I don't think so.
He's just playing this week. He needs a paycheck.
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, he had a lot of time off.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like the Wyndham at the end of the year, which is a tournament that he's fucking good at. I don't know.
Don't disrespect Kevin Kisner.
Adam Hadwin's a favorite for a reason. I mean, he's played really well recently. He fits the narrative here. Hank Labiota, I like.
Hammer and Hank.
Adam Long again. I'll play. I don't know. There's gonna be some more. A lot more to do on the research side because when it's weak field like this, there's so many guys in here. I could not pick out of a lineup.
Yeah, hey, this is crazy, Tim. So the top 4 odds to win are DK money are Webb, Hadwin, DeGala, and Jason Day. None of them have played this event. So
Jason Day has no business.
Dude. I think I'm gonna fade. I mean, look at his stats across the board. He's losing strokes. The only thing he's gaining strokes on is around the green. Anyways,
it's not a scramble course.
Yeah.
It's a dart course, not a scramble course.
Exactly.
Yeah. If that's moving on to me, then some names that have come across my desk. Maverick McNeely. We talked about it earlier. It's like if ever there's a chance for this guy to make some money and put a stamp on
finally break out.
Yeah, like have a fucking day for once or a weekend more accurately. But come on, Maverick. Like he shows flashes of brilliance, but he's just like me. He's just a mental case and so inconsistent. So Lucas Glover, course history, former winner, obviously. Here's a fun one. Lanto Griffin.
Okay. What's the reasoning there?
No justification other than he has a fun name and it's a weak field.
Okay.
Yeah. Martin Laird, obviously, he top 10 last week. He played damn good.
He's had a couple of decent finishes.
He has. So I'm just going with last week to this week is very similar course structure, very similar game style, right? You find the fairway, throw a dart, putting contest, you can score. He did it last week. He's in form. Let's do it again this week, pal. Let's run it back. Doug Gim, I'm gonna ride with you, buddy. So if he shoots Appreciate 7 over, then that's entirely my fault. I'm sorry. Here's a name I've been eyeing for weeks. Been waiting for some sort of opportunity to hop on, and I'm probably gonna announce this incorrectly, but John,
Is it Huh or Hugh? I don't fucking know.
John,
Huh?
John Hugh, John Huh is his last name.
Yeah, dude, he's got a 12th, a 25th, and a 13th in his last 3.
Yeah, he's in good form. He has some decent statistics when you look up approach and off the tee and all that sort of stuff. He's he's not going to win a major anytime soon, I don't think, but he's played relatively consistent recently, and again in effectively a jacked up or Korn Ferry Tour on steroids tournament this weekend. I'm going with the guy that seems like he's ready to break out and make a little bit of money. And then, speaking of breaking out, this is another guy I've been keeping in my back pocket. Chris Gotterup.
Okay.
Hits the ball a mile. He is, I'm pretty sure he's a rookie. I'm almost positive he's fresh out of college. He went to Rutgers. He transferred to either Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. Hits the ball a absolute mile. And he's very talented.
Yeah, he's 22,
yeah.
Rutgers.
Yeah, exactly.
He's from Jersey, too.
Yeah, he is. He's a talented guy. People were talking about him like he was the next coming when he was in college. And if he somehow top 10s and gets me some good points with, spoiler alert, my jacket pick, my survivor pick, then I will also be coming.
All right. Cool. So my jacket this week, lock of the week, is going to be a Thigala top 20. That's probably going to be pretty juiced. Sorry in advance, everybody. And then for Survivor, I'm also going to take Thigzy.
All in on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So like I just mentioned, I am going to take. Yeah. I am going to go with this new kid, the fresh blood, Chris Gotterup, as my survivor. Let's hope that he makes me some money because I have a, what's that, $2.8 million gap I need to close on you.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about another gap, too, in a second.
And then, yeah, as for the jacket, lock it in. Martin Laird, top 20.
I'm going to do Cam Davis for survivor. And then Webb top 40 is going to be like a 5 to 10 unit.
Lock of the century.
Tap into the savings account. But
nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, nothing
here.
can go wrong here.
Oh,
And then who's your survivor?
Cam Davis.
Cam Davis. All right, we'll take that. And then we'll post Justin's survivor. He's in a very important call, so we couldn't get a hold of him. But that should do it, you guys. So the live survivor standings, I'm at 6.8, Stevie at 4, Tim at 2.4, and Justin at 2.
I'm out.
For a $400,000 difference here. That's just Tim's guy missing the cut and Justin's guy coming in like 15th or something, right? Or no, 8th. I think is like $400K. Yeah. Hey, that's all it is. This is getting close. All right. And I have faith in you, Tim. We can't let Justin.
I have no faith in you. I don't know where that faith is coming from.
Faith in my boys. I don't know.
How many events have there been?
Oh God, I don't even know. I can look this up right now.
Probably 15 to 20
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
That's
25,
crazy.
26. 26 we've done.
That's crazy. That's less than 100,000 an event.
Yeah, so that's an average. That's like a 50th finish?
I was going to say it's like... I think that's a little bit
I
higher.
don't know,
than
100,000?
50.
Because
I feel like
Cantley
that's like-
just made one.
That's between 20 or 30,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's my guess.
That's not good.
It's okay.
Stevie's hot.
I know you're getting close. Last week I'm like, oh, if Cantley comes in second, that's like about $1 million.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, perfect. I shit the bed.
Sad.
All right, folks, that'll probably do it for our what?
Real quick, just programming alert.
Oh yeah.
I personally will be on my honeymoon for the next couple weeks, so I think we're obviously not recording next week, July 4th. I won't be here the week after that. I am playing down in Cabo, Quivira?
Do it.
Cariva? Who knows? Look it up. It's on. You can look it up on YouTube or just type it into Google. Unreal course overlooking the cliffs of Baja, Mexico. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to shoot a cool 108. And then other than that, be fans of the podcast, supporters of the podcast. Be on the lookout for some sort of announcement in the relatively near future. It's a little tease.
I think so too.
That's everything that I'm closing out on my end. Those are all my thoughts. How about you boys?
And we secured a guest for our The Open show, so don't worry.
The U.S. Open or the
The Open coming up in 2 weeks.
The U.S. Open?
Yeah, no,
It's Dan Shopley.
It's yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
All right, gang. Golf Six Major, the John Deere, episode 44. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the Open. Love you.
Hey, long days at work, I grab my shirt, my bag. We sent out the front nine. Frustrations in my head just play so whack, but it's no one's fault but mine. Long drive home, here we go. I play Scramble pod through the radio. Cold bears with the boys, hello. Those links are my only home. Go.